I had been looking inside Home Depot at wood for the last couple days here, trying to figure out what would be good to take out to try to actually build something. If I wanted to build something that I think I could handle, I'm not very good at building or anything, but they have these landscape lumber for only $3.87 each. And if you know what I'm thinking, it's like something like this. It's nice and thick and strong, and I think it's pressure treated. I think it would make a perfect center beam for a yurt. It's like $4. I can get a center beam that is like really, really strong. And I'm leaning towards getting one of these to try it out. See if I can't put together a yurt that's going to be a lot stronger than the one that I've made out of frond leaves. Some of the side beams, you could possibly use these, which are $3.30 for a 2x4. They call it like stud wood, but or you could use more of these, but then it gets more expensive. I'm trying to keep costs down, and I'm looking at, you're gonna need 12 beams for each of the sides, as well as 12 beams for the roofing as a minimum. So that would be 24. We're looking at $100 or so. 24 times 3, 75, about $80, $90 or more, which is too high actually for me. That would be $100 just for the framework. They have even more expensive wood here, which is out of the question. So it looks like, well, here's some that's $3.27, which is a little bit cheaper. And having walls that are actually made out of these would certainly be a lot stronger. But once again, it would be $3.27 times 12, which would be about $40, $50 for the sides. Still a little too expensive. Cheaper wood, it's $2.05. So it would be 24 times $2, that'd be about $28, $30 or so. Starting to get a little bit more reasonable here. These are a little bit smaller than the other ones, but it'd be $30 for the side beams. For the walls, if that's what this is, unless these are 560, no, that's the big ones. So I think it's these little ones. They're not 2x4s. They're 2x3s. They're $2 each, $2.05, and you would need at least 24. 24 would be times 2 is 48. That's $50. Wait, 12, 24. 24 times 2 would be 48. So it's about $50. $50 for the side. $50 for the side plus $4. So about $60 for the basic framework, which is starting to look a little bit more reasonable. They have pressure treated stuff here, which may actually be better. But these are kind of thin, you know? But they might be good for the rafters. They're $1.87. So it's $1.87. Now the pressure treated stuff, it should be a lot better out there, but these are expensive. I guess you pay extra for that. There's some really nice long ones, but getting it out there would be kind of hard. And then they have these, which is $1.78. It's 2x4 strips, which actually to me look like they might be good for the rafters. So if I were to go with 12 of these for the rafters, maybe even less, I'd have to go 12. 12 of them for the rafters, that would be about a little less than $24. That is something to consider. Alright, I decided after walking around here trying to figure out what to do and to stay within budget, we're gonna do an initial test. I had bought one of these landscaping timber for $387. We're gonna use as the center beam of the yurt. And then I have this 2x3 beam here that we're gonna use for the wall, one of the pieces. I'm gonna make the yurt in 12 pieces. You know, like a not is it hexagon? It's octagon. Is it an octagon? I don't know. There's 12 pieces. Not 12. There's 8 pieces. 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I have to measure it out. But I thought I'd done it, and maybe it's a hexagon. There were like, yeah, I think it's a hexagon. Either a hexagon or an octagon. There are 12 sides pieces, poles that are going to go there. And then we have, oh, I can see this beam is bent. Then we have 12 center beams that are going to go out. So these things are $2.05, and these guys are like $1.87 each. They have some that are like half this width, which is 95 cents, but I think it's better to go with the thick, full, rectangular one than the half, because this is going to hold up the whole roof structure. Matter of fact, I'm going to get another piece. This one's bent. After going back and forth and looking over the materials and the price and how much I can afford to spend, which isn't much, I think I'm going to put together a little test just to see if this stuff will even hold up before I even buy it, all the components. But essentially, I'm going to use this beam here, which was like, what, $3.80 something cents, I think, which is meant for landscaping as the center pole. And we're going to use these 2x3s, which are $2.03 each for the sides. And we're going to use these like 2x2s for the roofing beams. It's a little warped. I don't think you're going to get any. I tried to find some straight ones, and this is the best I could come up with. But I guess the question remains to the actual shape of the yurt or structure. I don't know if it's going to be really a yurt, because it looks going to look kind of like a yurt, but I'm not really building it like a yurt. Sort of pseudo-yurt, I guess you can call it that. But the idea is to either build a hexagon or an octagon. Now, if I go with a hexagon, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it uses like, what is it? Hexagon has 3, so that would be 6. I think it uses like 10 pieces. If I go with a hexagon, I think I use only 10 beams, 10 supporting 10 wall beams, and 10 roofing beams as the primary beams for holding everything together, which will save a little bit of money. It'll save roughly, let's see, oh, that saw is so loud. It'll save roughly 2 of these, 2 of the 2x3s, and 2 of the 2x2s. So that's $4. It'll save $10 off the cost. So I can shave $10 off the cost by going with the hexagon design. But then it's not as rounded as if I went with octagon, which just gives us 2 more sides. The whole idea for wanting to go round instead of going rectangular is to give it a little bit of strength for wind. If I were to build a straightforward building, you know, like a hut design with 4 walls, rectangular shape, I might be able to get by with less wood as far as for the initial framework. But the problem that's going to occur is when the wind hits it, you're going to have this flat wall that the wind will blow down. I think the reason our frond yurt stayed up is because of the round shape. So when the wind hits the wall, it kind of goes around it. And that's why I'm leaning towards an octagon versus a hexagon. But I don't know if it'll really make too much of a difference with the 2 extra walls, other than costing $10 more. What do you guys think? I think for now I'm just going to go with these pieces. I'm not going to put up a hexagon or an octagon, but I am going to go try to see if I can transport these pieces in a little blue 2 to the compound and see if I can sort of set them up and see if they'll actually hold and stay like I'm planning on doing with them. And if they hold up and are stable, then we'll go with it. Let me know if you think I should do a hexagon or an octagon. And I know a bunch of you are going to say, hey, Denoy, you don't have money, you shouldn't be doing this. Well, I'm about to become homeless again. And this could end up being a home. So, you know, if I can put together a home or a place to stay for under $200, I think it's worth it. The idea is not to build like a real luxurious place, but just a place where I can go to get away from everything and just relax out there with the animals. So, and also I think building it will allow me to produce some more interesting content, which has been kind of lacking lately on the channel. I've been mostly hanging out with squirrels. You know, moving back into the van, although it's sad for me personally, it's an opportunity for me to make some really interesting video for you guys. So hopefully you'll get some more Cooking with Denoy episodes and basically more real life survival type stuff.